Welcome to Doak Campbell Stadium, home to the Florida State Seminoles. And just listen to this crowd energy. Every Seminoles game, the war chant goes full throttle. And wow, do we have a fun one here ahead. A top 10 team walking into the snake pit of an environment, just trying to get out alive. This will be fun, as we'll see the #1 team in the country, LSU Tigers, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Now they get set to kick it away. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. The linebacker shifting around now. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. Tackle made after the completion.
We see this all over the country now in college football. Defensive backs staying back a little bit deeper, forcing the quarterback to have to throw things in front. I like the decision here by the quarterback because he gets positive yards. It's a good way of staying ahead of the chains.
Ball handed off. And that broken tackle will earn him first down yardage.
Good push up front and great acceleration by this back. I tell you, he's doing a pretty good impression right now of a combination of greats that they've had at Florida State. Guys like Warwick Dunn and Devontae Freeman, and more recently with guys like Cam Akers and Dalvin Cook.
First down, looking to throw the ball. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Incomplete. Second down coming up. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. He makes the grab. Gets past the tackler into open space now. And he breaks loose down the left side. It's a foot race.
That's a great job of working the middle of the field by this quarterback, and he picks up big yards.
And the Noles offense is on the move now. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. And now the running back's got it again. And that run produces a decent gain.
But I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Here we go. Third down. Defense needs a stop here. Try to force a field goal attempt. Try and muscle for the first down. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get him to third down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back at coming up with that conversion.
And the Seminoles will line up now. It's first and goal. try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. Well, they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Coming up, 2nd down and goal. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
An important 3rd down and goal now. Oh, it's snapped to the back. And he'll be brought down.
Tell you what, for a tired defense that's been out on that field for a long time on this drive, what a stop there on 3rd and goal. It brings us to 4th and goal. And as a head coach on the offensive side, when you put together this kind of drive and you're this close inside the 3-yard line, you got to come away here with a touchdown.
He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a 4th down stop.
Interesting call here early, showing that they're coming in with an aggressive mindset, but they come up short of the 1st down.
And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. It's an out route, the catch made, and the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Any good offense has to have a reliable, quick to intermediate passing game. Even though that wasn't enough for the 1st down, it's plays like this that help you sustain drives and not get stuck with 3rd down and long.
Interesting play call here. 3rd and short inside their own 20. They want to get this drive going, or a punt could give the opponents excellent field position. LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. There's the handoff. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the 4th quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll feed the back again. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Scanning the field, it's Morales. Caught by the back behind the line of scrimmage. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 34.
Boy, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a 1st down for this offense.
This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. Single back, takes the handoff. He stopped just short of that 1st down marker, inches away from it.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on second and inches.
Offense lines up. This is the 7th play now in this drive. He stopped, but he gets a first down.
Chris, it feels good to see an LSU team be able to run the football when you know they're going to run it. I mean, they've been doing that forever, going all the way back to like Jacob Hester and Kevin Falk. His ability to run the ball and catch out of the backfield, Leonard Fournette, and, of course, Clyde Edwards-Helaire on that great 2019 team. And now, LSU stable of backs again on this roster, too.
Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, if somebody talks about a play being blown up, this is a great example of that. That's Exhibit A for how to be physical on defense.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. And the pass falls incomplete as time expires in the first quarter. We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this 3rd down. Dropping back. It's Morales. And he pulls in the catch. And that game will pick up a first down and move the football to the 36. So he finds one of his favorite targets. Kirk, defense thinking, what do we have to do to stop this guy?
How about the double coverage on 3rd down? Great call to be able to try to take away this highly touted wide receiver. And the quarterback is still looking to go to his guy for the conversion, and he comes through. No wonder he keeps throwing him the football.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? He'll hand it off. In the clear at the 25. Tackle made at the 21, but this offense is in great position to add more points.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Here comes a handoff. And they finally stop it, but a decent gain that time. LSU has moved into the red zone. Press coverage now from the secondary. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, LSU.
Offense running the 13th play on this drive. Back to pass. It's Morales. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's tackled, but down at the 9-yard line. Defense getting pushed around. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
And they're just able to get him down at the 1. So close.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Interesting choice here on the goal line. 5 wide receivers on 2nd and goal. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Kirk, they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and reach the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. Last time the defense got a big fourth down stop. Let's see what the offense can do this time. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
I tell you, this defense continues to just be physical at the line of scrimmage. Offense can't do anything on the ground, and by doing that, this defense is allowing their defensive front to get pressure on the quarterback. Every time they drop back to throw, they become a one-dimensional offense.
Defense able to stop the ball carrier there.
I mean, Chris, you have to admire this offense. They continue to try to sprinkle in the run game, even though it's not been able to really get established. But they're not just becoming one-dimensional. You got to respect that, and hopefully at some point it'll pay off.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. On third down, he drops to throw. Nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. Defense recovers the fumble. It's a turnover. And they bring him down. Great play by the defense, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the play stands. First down here for this offense. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. And looking to throw now on first down. Looking for a deep completion. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Going the other way, can they catch him? Past the 20. Inside the 10. It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
Wow, what a play by this defense to come up with the interception and a big return. They almost take it to the house, but you got to give the quarterback some credit. Yeah, he threw a pick, but he didn't give up on the play and hang his head. Instead, he makes the tackle to prevent the defense from scoring.
See if they can punch it in. It's first and goal. They pressure him and sack him. He'll be tackled inside the 10.
Usually you'd like to run the football this close to the goal line, but if you're going to throw it, I'd get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker so you don't have a risk of taking a sack.
Second and goal play. Spot the ball at the 9. Back to throw. It's Morales. Again, he's just trapped and sacked in the pocket.
Well, this defensive unit has certainly picked a great time to make a stand with back-to-back sacks, starting with that first and goal play. Curious to see if the defense revs up its engine and tries to apply some pressure here on third down.
The offense has been moving backwards here. Now a long way to go on third and goal. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the third down pressure worked. Coach is going to take the 3 points. Here comes the field goal unit. It'll be a 33-yard attempt here. Kick is good. Gives the offense 3 points to show for that drive. And that will extend their lead even further. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. It's a run to the left. And the one moves the ball up to the 33.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
You know, a lot of times we get caught up, Chris, in the one-on-one battles with the receivers and the DBs. Here's a great example of up front, the offensive line and the defensive line. Who wins that battle? This time the defense wins it and they get the sack.
Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. That's the 2-minute warning. Let's see if this offense can do something before the break to cut into this big lead. So it's 3rd and long from the 29. The defense play coverage or blitz. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Fires it to the wideout. The pass is intercepted.
What a play by the defensive back here. You have no idea how tough it can be and how slippery it is out there with this rain. The defense is reacting to the offense. The offense knows exactly where they're going when they're running their route. The defender has to try to be very careful to keep his footing underneath him. Sounds simple, but it's not. To come up with that interception while doing that, that is a big-time play.
And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play, they're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Second down here. Looking to pass. It's Morales. Bringing pressure. Receiver makes the catch. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. The officials make the easy call. Quarterback was well past the line of scrimmage before throwing the ball. Offense gets set up here. It's 3rd down. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. And the receiver's got it. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up.
The quarterback had a lot of time to evaluate this defense, and most of his reads downfield appeared to be taken away, so he checks it down to his running back. How about the way this defense just runs to the football to keep him short of that first down? Great job by the D.
So on 4th down, the decision is to trot out the field goal team. And he knocks that one right through. And they add to their lead.
Boy, this guy had plenty of leg here, too. Chris, you remember the days when a kick from 50-plus was a major accomplishment? Now these guys knock these out like they're almost automatic.
And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime to cut into this lead. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Wow, a 3rd pick tonight by the QB.
Well, it looks like somebody did a great job of preparing himself to get ready for this football game. It's his 2nd interception in this game so far. Obviously reviewed the tape, is locked in on his fundamentals. That's a big-time player making big-time plays.
So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. They'll run it here. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Back behind the quarterback, aligned in the pistol. And the single back takes the handoff. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. LSU now operating in the red zone. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And they make the stop to get the ball carrier down. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. They'll run the option. He'll toss it to the back.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Offense facing a 3rd down now. They can still get a 1st down without scoring. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, they need 8 yards on 4th down to keep this drive going. Quick throw to the right, looking for the 1st down. He's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this 4th down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did it.
So here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? And they're able to tackle the ball carrier there. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. 2nd down. We're going to throw it. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. Defense makes the stop very close to a 1st down. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the 1st half. So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this 1st down. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Can he get there on the ground? And the defense able to bring him down, and that should just about do it for this 1st half of play. Miller's going to wrap up the 1st half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Noles will kick it deep to begin the 2nd half.
Set to kick this one away.
So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. Already a 2-possession lead here. Let's see if they continue to call it aggressively and try to put this defense in a bigger hole.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Here's the 2nd down play. They tackle him right at the 35-yard line.
You know, even though positive yards are gained here, I think the defense has to be happy on how they prepared coming into the game for these kind of different looks. They looked very aware that these formations and plays could happen on any given down.
Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a third down play. Can he make it to the marker? And he's brought down, but it's a first down spotted near the 41.
How impressive have these guys been up front today? Big third down, know what you need to do, get the first down, continue to hold on to that lead, continue to work clock, and get that much closer to securing a victory.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
For the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Timeout, LSU.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Tackle up near midfield at the 48.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Solid gain on the running play. 3rd down now. Dropping back. It's Morales. Caught quickly. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a third down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it. You convert, and you keep working that clock.
This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34. And this offense continues to roll. We wondered, would this defense come up with some answers at halftime? Not on that play.
No, they've tried to make every adjustment they can. This offense has been very impressive with the way they're able to keep this ball on the ground, churning out big yards. I think they're gaining more confidence, really, as this game goes on.
They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
Brings up 2nd down.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Short throw to the back, caught behind the line of scrimmage. And he's tackled after the catch. Made the catch, but he was surrounded for not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Looking to throw. It's Morales. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over, and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
And he's made it from 50 yards out, showing off the deep range.
Boy, this guy has such a strong leg. No problem. Up into the net from 50 plus.
Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. The Seminoles offense comes back on the field. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Looking to throw it on first down. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down. Urgency now for the offense that hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. And he'll drop back here on third down. And the junior gets home, making a sack there.
A 10-yard loss on the play. Fourth down.
The Seminoles will line up to boot it away. And this drive moves backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, and he's got some space here. And the returner brought down by the coverage team.
And the LSU offense will take over. First and 10.
Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. They got points on the board last time thanks to a long-range field goal. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? To the air, it's Morales. He'll take a deep shot here. The downfield shot is incomplete.
Incomplete.
Down.
Chris, they come up with the incompletion, but I like the idea of stretching the defense. They can do so much to help out with your short to intermediate passing game, even affect the running game by making those safeties aware that you're willing to take a shot downfield.
So So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Dumps it down to the back, caught. And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain.
Boy, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on 3rd down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Inside the 15. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Touchdown, LSU. And this one is getting ugly.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Good job dealing with the footing. PAT is good. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. This group is coming off a quick 3 and out. Can they put something together in this drive? Here's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And the Noles hustle to the line to run the hurry-up.
Boy, how about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down.
Boy, how about the defensive speed there and the team pursuit? They recognize the toss sweep from the middle of the field and show their team speed to be able to eliminate this play.
They'll run it to the left. He shreds the tackle. He's not going to get the first down. It's 4th down now. Talk about aggressive. The head coach keeping the offense on the field inside their own 30. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Fourth down, he's throwing for it. Looking to make a play deep downfield. Can't connect in the long throw, incomplete, a 4th down stop.
Chris, I totally understand why they would go for this here at this point in the game. You're down by 3 scores. We're in the second half. They felt the pressure with the possession that they had, the field position that they had. They needed to make something happen. Unfortunately, not able to come through.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. Finds an open target on the left side. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage.
First down for the offense. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, LSU 23, Florida State 0.
A new set of downs after that completion. And there's the handoff. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly.
Number 3.
So the offense flexing here, Kirk, and stretching their lead here in the second half.
Yeah, that touchdown gives you a little bit more breathing room, but now it's up to your own defense to help preserve that lead so you can go back out and build onto it in the second half.
Florida State, 0.
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. Here comes the Florida State offense on the field. The last possession, they came up empty, went for it on 4th down in their end and got stopped. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, overall, it's been a tough day for this offense, but especially for this running back. Just not able to find any kind of traction at all. And it's made this offense somewhat one-dimensional, and a large reason they're trailing in the 4th quarter.
And that one's picked off. What a play. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Offense makes its way on the field to get the drive started. And here's the handoff.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
LSU is now operating in the red zone. They're going to run it here. It's a hard running there through a tackle. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
And at first down, they go right back to him.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Handoff to the right side. Breaking through defenders. Touchdown, Tigers. And the beatdown continues.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play called, and continuing to put points on the board.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT is good as they continue to pull away even more. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. Ball handed off. Breaking free at the 35. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain. And the Seminoles come to the line to run the hurry up.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where in the heck was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping that to himself, thinking, all right, maybe this is something to build on. Maybe something positive can come out of this. You're going to have some bad games from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready in the future. But that right there, that's what they've been looking for all game.
And it falls incomplete. That play makes it 2nd and 10. Different pre-snap look from the linebackers now. Handoff to the left. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line. Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 42. Can they make the yardage or face a tricky 4th down decision? Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And a sophomore making an impact play.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept him out of sync, applied pressure, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead right now.
Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive.
And the LSU offense will take over. First and 10.
And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. This group has been rolling up double digits at halftime. They've just built on that lead here in the second half. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball back.
And they'll just try to run some clock here, keeping it on the ground. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given a quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want whenever we feel like doing it.
Solid gain, moves the ball to the 37.
It's a good, solid gain, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Second down after that run on the previous play. The back's got it. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
And the play goes nowhere. Picked up about a yard, but it'll be 4th down. And here comes the punter onto the field. He's on to boot it away now. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. They need a couple miracles here in the final 2 minutes to rescue what's been a very, very rough outing so far. Breaks the tackle to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure a defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a cleared path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backers.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Man, this defense has had a great game today. Here we are in the 4th quarter. They've done a nice job of taking the run game completely away, making it a lot easier to zero in on that quarterback in the pass game.
And the fair catch is made, always tricky to field punts in this kind of rain. So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration. Second down after that previous play. And the offense just takes a knee here. Well, this one ended up being a blowout, but they get the W, but they also make a pretty strong statement here.